Hello, my name is Ilona, and in this video I just want to take a look at the surrender deal. I've seen a video from a man named Phil who got information, at least he got 4 words, which says the surrender deal reached. And apparently he already got intel before that. They were talking about negotiations. I believe he got some kind of phone call which led him to the dark web sort of thing and got him information about certain things that are going on. And he was wondering about those negotiations, but apparently there were negotiations between the black hats and the white hats, and apparently the black hats have surrendered. But what I understand, it's just a small part of surrender. I don't believe they've surrendered everything, otherwise everything would have stopped by now, what's going on in the world. I also watched a video of Tarot by Janine, who's talking about this as well, and she got from her cards that, well, the EBS is supposed to be past weekend, and apparently the Black Hats didn't want that to happen, so they made a deal that they would show or at least acknowledge in the media the audits that are coming up Friday, the 24th of September. The audits from Arizona will be reported. It's already been broadcasted that it's coming, and usually the white hats wouldn't broadcast something like that because fear of false flags and things like that. So apparently they are very certain that this is going to happen. So the black hats got a deal that the EBS won't be broadcasted, and instead they will well, show the audits or talk about that, acknowledge it in the media. And Durham also got involved and already made his first indictment, and more will follow. So Janine also mentioned in her card readings that more arrests will come, and she was even mentioning that it might be a big former president, number 44, that could be arrested. So I just want to take a look at this deal just in general. Is this the beginning of the end? Of course, their time is running out, but is this really the end for them? Is this the beginning of the end, as Phil would call it? Let's see if this is just a tactic from their side to, well, buy them more time. Just want to take a look at that. This is the card above, 7 of Wands. The central card is the Ace of Pentacles. That's interesting. This is the past, 3 of Swords. This is the card underneath. This is the King of Swords. And the future card is the 6 of Cups. So to me, this kind of is a yes. So I do believe that the black hats, that's kind of what I felt. And I also, of course, mentioned when I was shuffling the cards, if they see this as a tactic. To them, this is a tactic to regroup themselves, so to speak. So they see this as a way of gaining time, and really they're just postponing the inevitable. But I don't believe that in their head that they can lose. I think that somehow they think this is going to be all right, this is going to be in their favor, and they will get away with it all. So this is also a kind of how I would picture Black Hat, the King of Swords, but then in a most negative way, very manipulative, very cunning, and completely convinced of their own power, that they will get through anything, they cannot lose. Very, very arrogant, and that's the feeling I get from the black hat. So this is a sort of arrogance that they're doing this. They're like, you know what, we'll just do this, and then we'll just give us more time to work out things, and then we'll win in the end. I don't think they truly realize that they are completely losing, that really they've lost the plot. There's something in them that doesn't tolerate that or doesn't accept loss. In their heads, they are the superior ones, so they can't lose. And as you can see in the future, the beginning of this, well, in a way, exchange between the black hats and the white hats, I believe that this will turn out for the good for the people, so for us. Not for them, but for us. This, I believe, is the start of the end for them. That's my feeling. Yes, I get the Fool. I'm just pulled an extra card. This is like a completely new way of living, a new way of thinking. So I do believe this is the beginning of the end for them by taking this deal. They kind of fell down a little. In their heads, they will rationalize everything. In their heads, it's like, yeah, this is just a tactic. We're going to get out of this. They don't realize that this really is the end. And something beautiful, not necessarily for them, but something beautiful will come out. They will now open up things, and something, you know, in the media, things will come out about the audits, about things people need to hear. And because it will be done in the media, in the mainstream media, I do believe that the transition will be smoother, will be easier. So than broadcasting and EBS, which is a very, how do you say this, very, well, if it's necessary, the white hats like to wait with that because it's like their last resort. They will pull the plug if it's necessary, they will. But it will shock a lot of people, and they try to make this transition as smooth as possible, not to create confusion, chaos. So I do understand that if there's a way to do this much smoother, they will use this. So I do believe this is the end of the, well, the beginning of the end for the black hats. They probably still don't realize it, or they don't want to realize it. I do think they are seeing it everywhere, but they refuse to acknowledge it and recognize it. But I do believe that the end has begun. We can start seeing things happening. So I also want to take a look at Australia. What I've seen, it's dreadful, it's horrible at this moment. It's certain areas, not everywhere in Australia, but the restrictions are really awful. People are in a way attacked by the police. What do I get? I got the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands that fell out. So this is about balancing things, and the Queen of Wands has a certain white hat's energy to it as well. So I guess this really is a very stark way of waking up people, though I think they're pretty awake now. Yeah, here you can see this is the card above. This is the Knight of Swords, a very aggressive knight. This is the central card, the Four of Wands. That's interesting. This is the card of the past, the Three of Wands. This is the card underneath, the Six of Wands. And this is the future card. It's the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, it will get very aggressive. There's a lot of aggression going on. If you see the videos of Australia, there's a lot of things coming out now. I do believe it's just certain parts, not everything, everywhere in Australia. But this will just lead to victory ultimately from the white hats, and to more connection in the people underneath. There will just be more and more resistance to what's going on. They're really pushing the envelope right now, and it will be balancing back. So that's really what these cards are for. I do believe that the white hats have more and more influence, and it's like balancing things out. So this will bounce back, so to speak. There will be backlash for things that are happening right now, and it will be how do you say that, something they will not be expecting. The black hats are not expecting really this backlash. They will get it, and there will be victory for the white hats or the people. Not sure how long this will, how do you say this, how much time before people will start seeing positive things. I do think things will be changing soon. It's in the energy. And the future of Australia is a very beautiful, you see the Queen of Pentacles. So it will be about rebuilding, about new, starting new things, in a healthier way of connecting with each other. So there is going to be change, but it will take some time. Although it's already started. It's what I got from other card readings as well. It's just not visible, that visible, but it will be more and more visible. As you can see, this really is a card of winning, of victory. So it will be more and more visible for people. But like I said, the aggression is there, unfortunately. And yes, I'm not sure. I have a feeling it's not going to last that long anymore. I believe that the deal that's been made in America, obviously between the black hats and white hats, has been the start of the beginning. It's really ending right now, or the beginning of the ending, so to speak. And things will come out more and more, so things will change also in Australia. But my heart goes out to everyone that's really faced with this, with these awful restrictions, with this aggression. My heart goes out to you. And lastly, I just want to take a quick look at global energy, because we had the equinox yesterday, which is a very heightened, how do you say that, energy that's going on. We've got the full moon in Pisces at the moment. So there's a lot going on, a lot of letting go. Pisces is also a very spiritual sign. So I just want to see globally what the energy is. This is the card above, 5 of Pentacles. This is the card, it's central card, the 6 of Swords. Card in the past, the 9 of Cups. Card underneath, that's 2 cards. We have the 9 of Swords and the Page of Wands. That is interesting. And this is a card for the future, and that's the 8 of Cups. So we have two, the central card and the future card are leaving things behind. The earth is really moving away from old energies, old things that are going on. This is really going to a completely new place you don't see yet where you'll end. You really are still traveling. And this is making a conscious choice to leave behind things that really don't fit anymore, or not an emotional fit. So, and not a spiritually don't fit. So we really are moving in a new direction. There is still going on. This is the, how do you say, the influence card above the central card. Still a lot of pain. People are standing in the cold. People are being mistreated. There's still so much pain going on. As you can see, lots of stress. People are stressed out, anxious. The energy is still, you know, the vibrations are being heightened. So certain people will have an effect on people. Things will come up. Things that are being pushed away, they're coming up. So there's so much going on in the world at the moment. But we are moving away from that. This will be like a new chance to see what really energizes us. So that's really important. The message I want to give in this video, see what makes you happy. The ones are about passion, about energy. What gives you energy? Because that will heighten your vibration. So really start doing things you love. It doesn't have to be something big. Just do small things, but do things you love. Maybe you like being creative. Maybe you like walking in nature. Just do things that make you feel happy, because then you are raising your vibrations. And we are collectively moving away. You've got the central card moving away to something completely new. And the future card, we're leaving behind this 3D matrix world. We are leaving it. We've had it, so to speak. So I want to leave it at that, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.